Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders in Unraveled channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Viewers of EastEnders believe they have discovered a plot point involving George Knight's real parentage. After a scene on Thursday night, some fans are certain they know who George's biological mother is. Furthermore, a dark turn of events gave many fans the impression that they also knew what happened to George's biological father. George Knight's adoptive parents, Gloria and Eddie Knight, revealed the startling information about his past to him on Tuesday. The two explained to George how he was adopted through a practice called farming, in which babies were offered for adoption in exchange for cash from prospective parents. After hearing the news, George learned more about his ancestry and began to doubt the identity his adoptive parents had instilled in him. But it soon became apparent that there was more to be disclosed as George struggled to process the information, discovering they had lied about his parents' identities, whereabouts, and past experiences. Gloria and George had a heart-to-heart talk during which she confessed her love for him and her view of him as her son, along with her regret for not informing him earlier. However, as Sarah and Eddie left the bar, they acknowledged that they hadn't given him the whole truth. Fans were suspicious of something after listening to Eddie talk about George's biological father, who, by their account, had brought George to them. Given that the plan Gloria and Eddie had stated was intended to be a foster arrangement, George had wondered why his father, who Gloria had claimed loved him dearly, had never returned for him. His dad never returned for him, according to his adoptive parents, and the money stopped flowing in, implying there was a reason he was unable to return. Some fans questioned if they had discovered the truth in light of this, the repeated deception, and the last scene in which Eddie hinted that there was more to come. Supporters wondered if Gloria was, in a surprising turn of events, George's biological mother, and if her claim that she knew nothing about her was a lie. They reasoned that Gloria might be George's mother because of her strong emotions and the fact that Eddie was so horrible, which would explain why their account of the adoption seemed so implausible. Furthermore, some fans conjectured that Eddie's murder of George's father was the reason he never came back for him. Regarding X, a fan commented, "It seems like she could be his biological mother," while another added, "It turned out that she was with the father, and someone had made him vanish." "I believe she is George's real mother," exclaimed another fan, "and I have a strange feeling Eddie killed George's real parents," was expressed by a third. Subsequent comments supported the murder idea, saying things like, "I feel like Eddie killed George's real dad, and he absolutely killed George's parents when they came back for George." There have been hints on EastEnders that George Knight is still unaware of his entire ancestry. Eddie and Gloria Knight, George's parents, arrived in Walford this week to tell him the truth about how they had adopted him when he was a little child. The Knights admitted to their son that they had effectively purchased him through a practice called baby farming, in which children were sold to couples illegally. He then learned that his biological parents might not have been African immigrants who had to give him up, as the Knights had said, but rather Jamaicans. After his father Eddie attacked Gina and Cindy during a disastrous dinner party on Thursday, January 4, the soap opera made a suggestion that George might not fully understand the situation. Eddie was narrating a tale about a neighbor who was robbed, but he mentioned without reason that the robbers were black. Eddie became irrationally hostile toward his granddaughter Gina and his ex-daughter-in-law Cindy when Gina called him out on his microaggression. Gloria acknowledged that George was correct that her son's parents were from Africa in an attempt to mend fences with her son. She said that for all these years, she had been deceiving him in an attempt to protect him. She informed George that she had only ever met his biological father, an engineering student, once, and that he had since vanished. Gloria explained to her son, "This is why we didn't tell you, to stop you feeling like you were abandoned and not loved," and then pleaded with him, Please don't hate me, Georgie. I was unable to handle that. After their reconciliation, Gloria gave Eddie the reassurance that she had only informed George what they'd agreed as they were leaving the pub. Eddie stated he knows all he needs to know for now, in response to Gloria's question on whether or not they should be completely honest with their son. The others can wait. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.